Well, hello there and welcome back. Today is the continuation of my series on Dr. Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules for Life. Today, rule number 2. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Now in the book, Dr. Peterson talks about how many people take better care of their pets than they do their own selves. How if your dog is sick, you take your dog to the vet, you make sure that that dog is getting all of his medications properly on time with the food he's supposed to be eating when you get it for him, and you make sure you finish off that prescription. When we're sick, we rarely go to the doctor unless it's absolutely necessary. We get that prescription and only 2/3 of us actually fill that prescription. Even less of those fill it and start taking it, and even less of those actually take it properly the way it's supposed to be taken and finish out their prescription or continue taking it properly. Why don't we do that? Why don't we take care of ourselves? It sounds so simple, right? Just take care of yourself. Treat yourself kindly. Here's my perspective. All humans, through our evolution, have developed a self-preservation tool that has kept us alive over many millennia of, is that a snake or is that a stick? So think of it this way. You're walking along in the jungle and something that looks possibly like a snake could be a snake. You're going to react as if every stick is a snake, and then you stay alive. You stay alive, you have babies, those babies have that built into them as well, and then fast forward, you get us. Now, as we have evolved and technically gotten smarter, we have developed parts of our brain that can reason. So the reasoning is that a snake or a stick? Maybe I should go investigate, stand back safely. Oh, that's just a stick, or it's a piece of rope. And then you carry on with your day. If you are living as if it is always a stick, then sometimes that stick is actually going to be a snake, bite you, and then kill you or harm you. If you are living as if it's always a snake, you live in constant terror and fear of every stick that presents itself, every rope, every piece of string, every line that shows up in your path. So fast forward to now, as modern humans living in safe, sanitary areas, nice warm homes, clean manicured backyards, safe cities with crime being controlled, rules and laws, we don't encounter the actual snake in our day-to-day lives very often. However, that negative bias still exists in us, that survival mechanism, that need to know if it's a snake or not, if that's something that's going to attack us. Our safe sanitary cities have only been around for about 150 years. That's not enough time for our brains to have caught up with the fact that that negative bias isn't quite so literal anymore. There is so much order in our world right now that it's almost like our bodies, our minds, our psyches crave that bit of chaos that comes with, is that the snake in the grass? Living in that situation, always wanting that snake to be there, leaves us in a strange existence to be in. What also comes with the evolution of the reasoning part of our brain is, as humans, we are able to self-assess. We can look inside of ourselves and assess our traits, qualities, abilities, and arrange them in certain categories. Again, stick or snake. We assess our abilities, we assess our traits, we assess our talents. We look at things that we are proud of about our appearance, things that we're talented at, our achievements, goals that we've achieved. and assign those to who we believe we are. We also are able to see our flaws. Sometimes those flaws are real problems. They're things that we should really be dealing with. Other times they're very small, very superficial flaws that are blown way out of proportion that we hang on to in our day-to-day lives. Other flaws are pointed out to us, and those become paramount because it is something that someone else has either observed or used to injure us, and we hang on to those like they are the absolute and final truth about us. That's the stick or snake. Is it a stick? Is it just an insult? Or is it a snake? Is it actually something about us that is not that great about our personality and we really should adjust and be working on? Because of our negative bias that was built into us, we tend to see the bad things as insurmountable, the most important, the craziest ideas that we get about ourselves that murmur in our minds on our day-to-day. Positive things, we just don't pay attention to them because they're not as potentially harmful or fatal to us. It's a negative bias again. Our negative bias pulls us powerfully towards those things. And those things chip and eat away at you. Now, if you're viewing yourself as a flawed, damaged, ugly, mean, whatever you've been told or told yourself person, why would you want to take care of that person, right? Why would you treat that person kindly? You would berate, abuse, ignore, cast out, and damage a person that was like that to you in your life. That's what you're doing to yourself. Treating yourself kindly comes with assessing those sticks and snakes that are in your negative bias. Is it actually something that's wrong? Is it something you can work on that's true? Is it something that's so detrimental to your character that you should be cast out? Which I highly doubt. Most people are good people. Sometimes too, the things that we use to bloat over the negative things we think about us, the ego, the vanity, the things that we're proud of but really shouldn't be, are those things harmless? Or are they that big, fat, hooded cobra that's waving its fangs in your face, ready to inject you with venom? It takes incredible strength and 100% divine honesty with yourself to sit down and truly look at what you're good at, what you do love about yourself, what things about you are amazing, and also take a look at those beliefs that you have about yourself that are not so positive, that other people have told you that could possibly be true or not be true, and assess those things one by one, casting aside the garbage, holding on to the truth, holding on to the true negatives, and working on those within yourself. There's nothing more powerful in this world than being a flawed human and truly proud of the things that you are great at, and embracing your flaws, being 100% aware of them, and being able to take that constructive criticism to heart and work on it. Also, being powerful and strong enough in your true self that when somebody does throw insults at you, you can take that information, determine whether or not, is it a stick or a snake? Is it something I can cast aside? Or is this something that I actually need to deal with and look at? And it doesn't hurt your feelings, it doesn't shatter your ego, and it doesn't destroy you. Once you get to that point, there is no one in the world, not even yourself, that can convince you that you are not a human, a person. Dogs are barking. Once you've moved to that place where you can truly assess you're good, you're bad, the ugly, the unnecessary, there is no one in the world that can take that power away from you of knowing one's true self, knowing that you are a person that is valued. You are a good person. You should be taken care of. You should be taking care of yourself. If you start on the path, start just small, the doors will open for you. I guarantee it. The first step is always the hardest. You don't have to see the whole staircase, as the saying goes. Just take the first step. I have done a part 2 to this as well, addressing some other issues that I've seen, read about, watched videos of on chapter 2, and that'll be coming up right next. Thank you so much for sticking with me on this, and if you'd like to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell so you know when I upload, and I'm trying to get these videos out at least one a week. There's a lot of research and a lot of reading and a lot of self-reflection that I've been doing to make sure I portray this to you the best I possibly can. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.